Hi, my name is Jessica Jahn, and I am the costume designer for San Francisco Opera's production of Orpheus and Eurydice. As a costume designer who actually started her career as a dancer many, many years ago, it's always really interesting to me to think about how clothes and costumes relate to the body and movement. And, interestingly enough, I think that opera, for me, aside from costuming for dance, is one of the forms in which costumes and the needs of the body and movement are actually really closely connected. It's such a physical artistry that you don't actually think of until you're in a room with a singer who is able to sort of reach out to like the balcony, and you really start to understand like how much physicality and strength is behind that. So interestingly, layering that for this production with actual dance and choreographed movement is even more exciting for me because I sort of get to go back to my roots a little bit. A lot of the design as it stands right now is sort of guided by the knowledge that they are going to have freedom of movement. So when we're looking at the designs for the two leads, for instance, we see that the range of movement in their arms is relatively free, that they're not constrained by things like corsets or structural garments that would kind of constrain their bodies or sort of not allow them to move. One of our goals with this project was sort of to create a universal experience, which meant that we wanted to shift our gaze outside of a purely Western Eurocentric perspective of grief, mourning, and funeral ritual. In many global majority cultural communities, the wearing of draped and wrapped, or what might be referred to as sort of unstructured garments, is the norm, both historically and even in contemporary clothing style. And because we are looking at this project through the lens of loss and grief, that really helped me in guiding that process a little bit.